Yesterday we were talking about materialism, and I wanted to continue talking about something that I find very significant. To explain to people, but also to explain to ourselves, to understand ourselves. So there's this idea that I can purchase my way into happiness. Go out, shop, it feels good, I buy something, I get something. It supports my I am God, the controller and enjoyer. Specifically, it supports the I am enjoyer consciousness. And so the reason materialism has caught on so well, it's so everyone has got the disease, is because everyone is in this world to enjoy, and we're supplying people with objects of enjoyment and ways to get them. So people, now the average person can buy luxury goods that maybe 300-400 years ago, even 200 years ago, nobody could afford them unless they were kings or a few very wealthy business people. So, and there weren't that many very wealthy business people. Basically, people were farmers growing their food and just living on the bare necessities, right? So now, things have become different. And now, we think, rather than virtue or religiosity or spirituality, kindness, service, etc., will cause happiness, or the sources of happiness, we think, no, if I get more, I'll be happy. I can buy my way into happiness. So it's a simple idea. And you think about this. Like Lord Buddha said, if you're angry, you're punishing yourself by your own anger. But if you turn that around and say, if you're compassionate, then you're rewarding yourself by your own compassion, because you experience the compassion that you have for another, just like you experience the anger you have for another. So if I'm a compassionate person, just meditate on this thought. Let's say I couldn't bear the sufferings of anyone, and I always wanted to help, and I always felt this deep love and affection for people, and I wanted to see them. In our case, I want to see every living entity be Krishna conscious, and if they're not, it pains me. And when I serve them and I give them Krishna consciousness, I feel this deep satisfaction. So this compassion is going through my blood, so to speak. So I'm experiencing this compassion. But let's say I hate every living entity, and I don't care what happens to them. They can go to hell. That's fine. They deserve it. Let them go. That's their just reward. And why should I bother with them? I'll just take care of my life, chant my rounds, eat my prasadam, read Bhagavatam, and let the world go to hell. Let's take it a step further. I'm not even a devotee. Let the world go to hell. What do I care? I got a good job. I got money. That's all I'm satisfied with. That's all I need. So I'm satisfied. So now I'm living with that mentality, that kind of apathy, perhaps even hatred for people, disconcern. So I have to live with that. And so let's say I'm an apathetic person. Let's say I'm a prejudiced person. Let's say I'm a spiteful person, a resentful person. I have to live with that. And then I think, I can buy my way into happiness by shopping or by getting a position in which I get more prestige or achieving some goal. I can work or buy my way into happiness that way while remaining this very spiteful, resentful person. It's not possible. And that's the illusion that's been programmed into all of us. So to bypass that, this is my realization, to bypass that system and think I can buy myself into happiness or work my way into happiness without actually being a better person, of course, in our sense, without being Krishna conscious. But let's just use this like without being sattvic, without raising my consciousness, that idea. To think that I can buy or work my way into a position of happiness without becoming better, virtuous, sattvic, raising my consciousness, goes against the way the world works, the way nature works. It's an impossibility. And everyone's been sold on this idea, so people are working against the way nature works, and that's why no one's happy. You can't sustain it. And then something we know, which makes it even worse and so sad, that no matter where you go materially, however high you can go, in terms of your comfort, your income, and so forth, it just becomes normal for you. It wasn't normal when you first got it, but you get used to it. So even though your life may be so much better now than it was 10 years ago, you don't feel any different because it's the same normal. Your 5-bedroom house is now normal. There are bigger houses. Before, your 2-bedroom house was normal. There were bigger houses. It's just what you adjust to. So it can't resolve itself. no matter what you create externally, it just becomes your normal. It's what you need. I was just joking with devotees. I was saying, you know, if I flew first class everywhere I went, I could never tolerate coach anymore. It would be impossible. And first class would just be my new normal. It wouldn't even be special anymore. But if I never fly first class and then I go in first class, then wow, this is amazing. I could actually rest. I arrive refreshed. This is fantastic. It's really going to make a dent in my relative level of happiness, but I'll get used to it very quick. As the saying goes, it becomes old very quickly. So that's the problem we're dealing with. Unless we become better, unless we raise our consciousness and we become virtuous people, virtue, the characteristic of a pure devotee, that's what actually can make us happy, make anybody happy. Otherwise, to not be like that and think I can buy my way into happiness or achieve it is a total illusion. And that's the way the whole world is working now. So that's our message to people. It's our message to ourselves. You can't buy your way into happiness. You have to be your way into happiness. You have to be of a higher nature, your spiritual nature, to connect with your divine qualities. Then you'll be happy. Hare Krishna.